Hi guys, good day everyone. Welcome back to EP Clothing, right? Where we get to share idea on how to either cut or sew men's outfits. It's been a while we posted a video. Yeah, one has been busy. So if you're a new subscriber, please do also tap the notification button so you get notified whenever I post any video, right? And if you are a returning subscriber, you're welcome back. Thank you for always staying with us, right? Okay, today I'll be explaining briefly on how I do sleeve, a vintage sleeve, right? Look at how simple and sweet it looks, right? So I'll be using this fabric here to do it, right? So without further ado, let's not waste much of our time, just as how we usually do it here. Let's just go straight up to it, right? So these are fabric. What do we do? The first thing we do is we getting to cut the parts where we'll be doing um where we'll be putting the flap, right? It's called, I usually call it flap, the hand flap, right? Okay, what do we do is you get to, the wrist of this person is 9, right? So you get to fold the fabric this way, giving it, let's say, 1 inches folding, right? So now from here, from this 1 inches folding here, right, you measure 4.5, right, making it to be what, to be 9, since the wrist is 9, right? Then you mark the middle, right? You mark the middle. After marking the middle, what do? You cut it, you do a little cutting of at least, let's say, 2 inches, right? 2 inches. You do the same thing to the back part. While cutting, make sure you don't cut this part, right? So you do the same thing to the back part. You follow it up, you check it, and you follow it up. Then you do the same thing, you cut it, right? This is just the first step. The second step is we cutting out the parts that we'll be using to do this, the what's it called, the sleeve, right? Okay, you can choose to use either a rubber gum or a strong gum. This is a strong gum, right? I love using this most times for vintage. But if maybe it's a senators, I'll suggest you use your rubber gum, right? For authenticity, you understand? So it will be very solid, right? So I'll just be using one, I'll be doing one sleeve. Then you, the same way you do this, you apply it to the next part, right? So this is my this is the part that I'll be using to do this part, right? Okay, most times you can choose to use 2.5 inch, 3 inch, or maybe 2 inches. This one here is 2.2 quarter, or there's 2.3 quarter, right? So there's a reason why I do it this way, right? So the length of my sleeve is what, sorry, the length of the wrist is 9. So let's say, let me just cut it either 10.5 or 11, right? 10.5 or 11. Now I divide it into two, since it's for a two sleeve, right? It's for two sleeves, right? So what do I do now? What do I do now? This is just one of the ways of doing it, right? There are several ways of doing it. So this is my sleeve, right? I get to iron it. What I'll do is I'll iron it so it will stay, right? Let me do that just now. Okay guys, I've done that, right? This is all I have. This is all I have. What I did was, after ironing it, I fold this part in, then turn it this way, then cut it out, right? So this is what I have. What do we have? Our list is 9, right? So what we have here is 11 or 11, right? So what do we do next is we cut out a little flap. Yes, it's a flap. I usually call it flap. It's a flap, right? We cut out a little flap. The secret is it's the way you usually do your flap for a senator outfit. That's how you do this, right? I have a tutorial on that, right? So let's just go straight up to it. Okay, guys, this is all I have, right? This is all I have. This is all I have, right, guys? Okay, so we get the sleeves, right? This is all I have, guys. It's more like doing a little flap, right? Okay, we get the sleeves. We guess we just open it a little, right? The usual way you do your opening as if you are doing a flap. Okay, guys, so after doing it, you see this thing you're seeing right here. What I'll just say is the usual way you do your flap for a senators is just exactly what you do. You just use it to do it on the sleeve, right? The only difference will be the only difference will be the fact that you won't be doing the little inner flap, right? You won't be doing the inner flap. So what you just do is you just get to put this. After sewing it, you turn it in, then you sew it, right? Then you sew it the way you do your usual flap, right? So let me do that on my sewing machine and come back right now. Okay, guys, I've done that, right? Look at how it looks. Look at how it looks, right? Look at how it looks. This is what we have, our flower, right? And I did one more thing. I decided to catch a fish in here, right? You can call it printing or the fishing. Yeah, I'm sure many of us know the reason why I do this. So what do you do next is you turn it this way. After turning it, right, then you get to measure your 9 inches from here to this part that you'll be sewing. Mind you, here alone it's taking a little space, so you add probably a ½ inch, right? After doing that, you sew it to probably this part, right here, something like that. You won't get to finish probably here. After doing that, then this part that you'll be using to do the other part, you sew it around. You sew it from here down to the bottom, right? So I'll do that just now, then I'll come back to explain more. Okay, I'm here once again, right? I've done that and I've folded it. Right, guys? This is what I have. This is what we have, right? This is what we have, and this is I've done this one. So what do I do now? This is just one of the ways. There are many other ways to do it. So this is what you do. You bring it this way, then you sew it round. To the extreme edge. After doing that, right? You get, okay, let me do that now and come back. I'll do that now. I'll be taking everything step by step so I won't get anybody confused. Okay, guys, I've done that, right? I've I've sewn it. So what do I do next? Look at what I'll do. I'll fold this thing this way, right? So now here is depending on how you want this place to be. If you want it to be straight, you sew this thing straight this way. If you want it to have a curve, you sew it, then you give it a curve here. You come to this other part, you do the same thing, right? You sew it straight, then give it a curve. That's exactly what I'll do for this specific one, right? So let me do that. I'll come back since I'll be taking everything step by step. Okay, guys, for the final step, sorry for checking my camera. For the final step, this is all I have, right? I've done that. So after doing that, you get to fold it this way. You get to fold it this way. You can choose to use your scissors or whatever it is to pinch this out so the shape will come out, right? So what we're doing lastly is just to sew on top of it this way. After sewing it, you sew here, then you sew it downwards, right? And that's the final step. After this, your sleeve is ready. So let me do that just now, then I'll come back. Okay, guys, what do we have now? Our sleeve is ready, right? This is what we have now, right? So what you just do next is you get your iron and you use your iron to do the remaining part of it, right? So this is all we have, guys. Look how smooth and simple it is, right? Right. So thank you very much. I want to say thank you to everyone for watching to this end, right? So if you have any issue concerning anything that has to do with men's outfits, just state it out in our comment section, right? We'll try our possible best to do any video on it. So thank you very much for watching this video to this very end. Yeah, stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video, share to your fellow fashion designers, and tap the notification button so you get notified, right? Thank you very much. God bless you.